Pre-recorded from my garage, it's the show that takes commercial breaks for no actual reason. SPL Live today, 4 trainers are tied with 27 points after week 3. Which trainer has what it takes to break through the logjam to take the top of the standings? Meanwhile, as the season progresses, the battle to earn the last spot in the SPL playoff race heats up as 8 trainers are all within 2 to 3 points of 14th place. Who has the best chance to sneak into the playoffs? And finally, the segment that everyone talks about nonstop all day long, it's T's Tiers. T, are we finally going to see you add everybody to the list like you're supposed to?
Not at all.
Yeah, perfect.
Not at all. Couldn't be me.
So excited about that. So, we start by taking a look at the results after week 3. 4 trainers are currently tied with 27 points. It's David Gervin, Dylan Brandow, Cody Bishop, and Will Hildebrandt, with Gervin leading the way as the only undefeated trainer left in that group. The question is, T, which of those 4 trainers do you feel most confident in heading into week 4?
Most confident in for which part?
I would say being able to keep pace with the 9 points per week, the undefeated, the being at the top of the standings.
I'm gonna have to stick with my guns, and I'm still gonna say Will. Will is just a solid player. I tried to play and point block over the weekend, and Will actually beat me. So, you know, I didn't get to point block some people there. But I think...
Where was this at?
Huh?
Where was this at?
I played at USG on Sunday and then Hammerhead on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to point block some people. It did... Well, take that back. I did do well. My only loss was Will. Both days.
What a jerk.
Both days. So, you know, I think Will's a solid enough player to keep the streak going. Not to say that everybody above him is not also a solid player, but I did say in the beginning that Will was the top player in my eyes, and I'm going to stick with that one.
No, I feel like that's a fair assessment. I mean, personally, I look at David Gervin. He's undefeated. He's 10-0. Like
he's killing it.
Yeah, the dude is having an incredible start to the season. And I think he's found a real comfort zone going to Hammerhead, which is the place that he normally plays at. I think he finished this past week 3-0. So, I mean, David is just such a strong...
He got his 3-0 at USG, though.
Oh, USG, was it? Oh, okay, then never mind. I mean, I guess that was one part of the assessment. The other two, Dylan and Cody. Cody is so confident and so comfortable with the Tina deck.
Yeah.
Dylan is someone that just is playing out of their mind right now, being 11-1. I feel like this is just a really strong group, and it's going to be exciting to kind of see who winds up breaking the mold or breaking out and getting ahead from everybody else. Who slips up first would, I guess, be the way that we could look at it. But, yeah, I mean, Will, like I said, is somebody that I've heard of prior to this, just by name. I never met them. But Will, very nice, strong competitor, and I think they bring a level of gravitas to the league. As you know, we're in our 4th season, starting to see more and more accomplished players be a part of what we do. So this is really, really neat, and to see him, you know, the reputation is 100% in full effect. But like I said, I think I still have David as being the person that's just kind of really riding this wave of positivity and playing well and so on. So I think my confidence is with David right now at this point.
That's understandable. I want to pause for a moment and say gravitas is the fanciest word you've used to date on this show. I'm really proud of you.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
And thought of that as really atrocious. Anyways.
But switching up from there, I guess the next question would be, which of these 4 trainers do you feel like it's most important for them to be able to maintain this pace that they're at, right? All 4 of them have so far hit 9 points per week.
Yep.
All 4 of them are tied for first place. But which out of these 4 trainers, be it David, Dylan, Cody, and Will, do you feel like it's most important that they keep this pace going forward for them to be able to you know, stay at the top of the standings?
I actually want to say it's tied. And I want to say it's tied between both David and Cody, just because they're both on Tina, and Tina is a deck that has been known to brick. Everybody knows that. But they have been able to do well enough to at least get their 9 points per week with the deck. But the deck can fall off at some times. So just, keeping a level head when those things do happen and try to play your best games and just stay with it.
Yeah, I feel like Dylan would be the person. Dylan,
you think so?
The only reason why I say that is more so Dylan. This is the first season where Dylan has jumped out to such a large lead.
Well, yeah, that's
right. It's true. So Dylan, has jumped out to this large lead. He hasn't been at the top of the standings like this for consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
In any of the 4 seasons that he's played in. So I feel like for Dylan to maintain this pace and to keep it going is going to be something that's really beneficial for him, but also his brother, who Luke Brandau, who is also doing well. They're sitting in 6th place. I feel like it's just a positivity coming from that family.
Yeah.
Scott is one of the better players that unfortunately wasn't able to play this season. He works for a school district. He's a teacher. So
yeah.
Busy time of the year for him with school in session and things like that. But I feel like for Dylan to keep this going, to keep the energy going, being the veteran player, being the person that hasn't been here before. He's the oldest or the most veteran out of all these new players, which is Will,
That's
Cody,
true.
and David. And then you have Isaac sitting in 5th. So really it's the Brandows in the top 6 that are holding it down. And I think with the better that Dylan plays, the better that Luke plays. Because you know for a fact that they play against each other and they test against each other. And Dylan probably has a lot of experience playing against Tina on a regular basis because Luke plays Tina. So I feel like Dylan is the person that if he can keep this going, it's going to be super beneficial for him, for his brother, and just the confidence heading into the later part of the season. Given that we're already about to be hitting our
we're going into week 4.
Third of the way through the season being already done. Well, all eyes are on the top of the standings. Another group of trainers are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they are in the top 14 by the end of the season. Who out of them has what it takes to fight everybody off? Next on SPL Live. And we're back. The ultimate goal of every trainer in the league is to win the SPL Championship trophy and have their names etched on the trophy and into the Sacramento Pokemon League Hall of Fame. But in order to do so, you have to make the playoffs, right? And currently we have 8 trainers currently fighting for the 14th spot in the SPL playoffs, with all of them being within 2 to 3 points of one another.
Who let you in there?
Right? That's what I was going to get to. T, what's the likelihood that you think I'm able to keep the 14th spot? Especially when you look at who is right below me. Audrey, Mike, Emmanuel Cruz, all 3 of them hot on my tail. Then you include Ezekiel, Caitlin, a couple other, Michael, Dan, all within, like I said, that 2 to 3 point range.
Yeah, it's a tight crazy race.
It's a tight race to get in there. I mean, I'm 1 point behind Terry as well, if you want to throw that out there too, who's sitting at 13th place. I should have trainer battle Terry. But do you think what do you think it's going to look like as time goes on? The difficulty of being able to hold on to that 14th spot.
For you, I don't think it'll be that difficult. I see you ending around 11-12, actually. If you actually play this season, that's the other thing. Look, guys, Ant actually stayed at a locals and got first place on Tuesday.
Hello.
That's crazy to me.
It's not because I wanted to.
Huh?
It's not because I wanted to.
Yeah, not because he wanted to. But you see what happens when he actually shows up and stays.
I got very lucky. Pure luck. Just like this game is.
So, if I can get him to do that throughout the season, maybe we'll get somewhere.
If this was Yu-Gi-Oh! Way more skill involved.
Yeah, he wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here. But I'll say this. So, for me, I have confidence to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see myself being ahead of Audrey, Mike, Emmanuel, like a lot of those players that are right below me for much longer, primarily because I know the type of players that they are. Audrey is incredible.
Yeah.
And what they're doing right now with their lists and how they're teching things, we were talking a little while ago, is just some really neat stuff. And I think they have a really good idea of what the good meta call is when they head into a local. And I mean, Audrey just came off of a 201 week as well. Mike is someone that can't be trifled with. The fact is, he has been one of the top players in the league for the past 3 seasons prior to this. He won the championship trophy along with the Points Cup trophy in season 2.
He's made every playoff.
He's made every playoffs, and he's been at the top of the list to fight for points for that. Then you have Emmanuel, who's been in the playoffs for the most part, and then we're kind of surrounded by.
Emmanuel's been in every playoffs except the last one because he was sick.
Yeah. Exactly. So and you look at that and you go, wow, there's a lot of guys in there that are going to be able to really battle it out. So I think for me, it really kind of comes down to, am I going to be able to withstand the newer players that are there, like Ezekiel, Caitlin, who's been having a very consistent start to the season, 4-4-2.
Yeah.
And it's funny, Mercedes, her partner, was the one that kind of started getting everything going. And
I was gonna say that too.
I was talking to Caitlin, and they're kind of coming up with ideas for new decks and things like that. And they're asking about rotation. Turns out that a lot of cards that they're looking for are going to be gone after rotation, and they play Mew. But for the most part, you just have a lot of new players, along with some more experienced players that are just getting into this. The week after Portland, a lot of us wound up taking some time off because. It was a really long and tiring trip. So I expect that race to heat up more and more, and that's my thing. Is how long can I hold off Audrey? How long can I hold off Mike? How long can I hold off Emmanuel and Vince and some of the new people? And how many of the veteran people and how many of the new people can I sneak past?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my ultimate goal.
These newer players
they're very
really good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very good. I mean, you look at the Elite 14 right now, the top 14, a lot of them are new players that are coming out and taking big swings and hitting. We have one guy, Alex Farnlocker, who a friend of Terry's originally, right? Yeah. And they came out and they were playing cloth, to start the season. So I just feel like it's going to be, it's not going to be easy. And I feel like it's going to be every other season I made the playoffs. I'm going to be sneaking in as the 14th seed. just trying to figure out what matchups I can get away with.
You got I'm calling 12th for you. 12th?
All right, well I'm fine with 12th. So with that being said, are there any other trainers that are currently below me or not in the Elite 14 that you want everyone to keep an eye on as the season progresses? We head into the wrap up of the first third of the season.
I want to see a lot more from Mike and E-Man, obviously, but I also want to see more from right there at 21st place, Dan. Dan is a great guy. He's been a good friend recently, and he likes to play
just recently.
Just recently. I've known him on and off for a little while, but he likes to play wacky decks, and He's been doing fairly well for himself. He's sitting here at 21st, 13 points. He's tied with Mike. So I mean,
true.
I just want to see. I want to see more from him. Actually, I just want to see him more. This is me calling him out so he can come to locals more. So Dan, I need something from you. But
he shows up mostly to Fire and Ice, right?
Fire and Ice, sometimes CCC, but
yeah. I like that, and I think that's a good call. Dan is someone that, once again, the record doesn't necessarily show it. They're 4-7-1, but 13 points to start the season definitely isn't something to wave a stick at. For me, Francis, when he gets back, Francis Matrillo, he had 1 week where he played. He went 3-1. He's been off for the past 2 weeks. I think he comes back at the end or beginning of
the month,
beginning of February, so he's going to miss 1 more week, unfortunately. Henderson is somebody that Anthony Henderson, who's the TO at USG, they're a part of this. They're somebody that also winds up doing goes on really funny streaks where they do really well.
I think Henderson has been a part of
playoffs I think that last season was the first season he ever missed it. Yeah. But for the most part, Henderson has always been somebody that's been ultra competitive. Andrew Saldana. Andrew's played 1 week so far. He said he's done taking his 2 weeks off. He played 1 week. He wound up going 2-1-1 at CCC yesterday and just having a really, really solid start to the season for him, be it that he's only played at 1 local. So, I mean, these are players that have been in this league before. We have some new ones. Like I said, Caitlin, Michael the Strap, which not a lot of people know him. he played some off the wall stuff. But
goodness.
he's sitting there tied with Mike, with Dan, all at 13 points.
I give him a lot of heat, but...
as you should.
Yeah.
I like the guy. I was sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what the hell he's playing. He dropped down a block Snorlax and all kinds of. I'm playing Zard. I'm like,
Star.
Yeah, and I'm like, get the heck out of here, man. But like I said, to be with 13 points, fighting for that playoff spot, it's going to be interesting to see where some of these people wind up as the season progresses and things get a little bit more contentious with everything that's going on. But I guess for that, we'll go ahead and take it on over to T's Tiers next. Welcome back, everybody. We're here, and before we get started in T's Tiers, let me paint a picture for everyone. Like a fine chef working at a 5-star restaurant, T, with his little apron and his humble crew of the best cooks from around the world, put their blood, sweat, and tears into creating this masterpiece of a dish that, for us, that we like to call T's Tiers. Take it away, chef.
I can't with him every week. All right. We switched up the tiers yet again. You guys are going to notice this throughout the season. So, this week, first tier, we got grunts.
Why grunts?
You know, these are the people you run into along the way to get to the real boss. No, these are just people that I actually want to see more and see more from. So I put them as grunts.
You already said it. Go on.
Yeah. So first off, on the list, Dan the Man. I know I just shouted you out, my guy. But again, I want to see you more. I want to see more from you. I want to see less wacky decks. I want to see some fight in you, my guy. Second, I know E-Man and I just played on Monday, but E-Man, I feel like he should be higher. I don't know why he's sitting here under Mike, of all people.
Under Mike.
Under Ant.
Under me.
Yeah.
It's terrible. We all know E-Man's a better player than I am.
Exactly. So I want more from him. This is me calling people out because I just want to see more from them. Henderson is the next person on this list because we also just played Sunday. Just played Sunday. So I know you got some points in there, but I want to see you show up to more places. I want to see you fight like I know you can. Next, Corinne.
Oh, Weasley.
I actually just haven't seen Corinne in such a long time, and I just want to see you more. That's the only reason I'm calling you out.
I do love Corinne.
Point. Yeah.
Oh, they pissed me off.
And then last, but certainly not least, Goose should not be at the bottom of this list.
He shouldn't be.
He shouldn't.
Him or Corey.
Well, Corey comes back this week.
Yeah,
so I can't wait for that, actually. So that's why I haven't said anything about Corey.
Be in first place.
Yeah. But Goose should not be at the bottom of this list because I know he is a much higher caliber player. So Goose, I need you to show up to some locals. I need you to get out there, bud. Next, we got the new star trainers. We got Cody. Obviously, he's sitting in, what is that, third place right now?
Bishop is doing really well.
Bishop doing pretty well for himself. Tina boys are out here. So I just want to give you your props. You're making an incredible run so far this season. So you're first on the new stars. Second on the new stars, though, Farnlocker. Farnlocker played an actual deck this week. He played Charizard.
I know, he did well, too.
Yeah, and he did well. He went 3-1. So you see what happens when you play real decks. I'm just saying, it rewards you. You are already doing well. You are on the right path. I just want you to keep it going. Third, Caitlyn. Caitlyn is doing a little bit better than her fiance, and this actually isn't anything to scoff at. She's sitting above Mike at 14 points. Playing Mew in a format where I thought Mew probably isn't the best pick.
I'll say this, it would have been nice to run into them last night.
You know what I mean? Like with all of the Zards, all of the Tinas, or all of the people that are playing Drapion, which somebody was the other night. Like it hasn't been. It's been a very volatile format for Mew. So to see her doing well with Mew is just incredible.
Yeah, but Mew still Mews.
But also being a very new player at that, that's great.
In fairness, Caitlyn has said that they played online for the past couple of years, and then recently Mercedes was the one that started making them start showing up to locals. So they just don't have the real world experience that some of us have. But
my story sounds better though.
Fine then. Picked up a deck yesterday.
There we go. Fourth on this list, I'm actually going to shout out Ezekiel. Ezekiel, if you guys do not know, is David Gervin's manager. And to see Ezekiel get out there, play, and get some points earlier in the week, I'm actually really proud of you, bud. You're doing well. You're sitting here at, what is it?
16? 15 points. Tied with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tied with Ant.
Literally 5-5
yeah.
is their record, is Ezekiel's record right now. Zeke is,
dead even. Yeah. Sitting at the middle of the pack right there at 16th. I'm actually really proud of you. I want to see you do more. Keep it going. And then last but not least, Pang. Pang is a local to CCC. I don't know if he plays anywhere else, but normally I see him at CCC. And he's been killing it recently with Zard. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. He's a rising star in the community, in the league, and that's all. That's all. Good looking. Next,
it's not a bad list.
We got Ace Trainers. So for this tier, we've gone Grunts, New Stars, Ace Trainers, Experts, and then we'll get to our gym leaders at the end. So for our Ace Trainers, you know, the rising stars, the up and comers, the good players, not expert level in my eyes yet, but they can get there. First on Ace Trainers list, Andrew Saldana. Andrew Saldana made his triumphant return to SPL this week, getting 2-1-1 with Lost Box, and my man's went crazy. Luckily, everybody escaped a trainer battle from Andrew last night, so, you know.
The rule is you don't trainer battle Andrew.
Exactly.
It's written in the bylaws.
But who is going to be able to weather the storm? Who is going to resist trainer battling Andrew Saldana? That's what I want to see.
At this point, he's only going to get the new people.
Facts. Next, we have Vince Sandoval. Vince he played last season with us, I believe.
Yep.
As well. Yeah.
Vince did well last season, too.
Yeah, he played a lot of Palkia last season, from what I remember. But this season, it seems like he's on Tina. I'm not shouting him out because he's a Tina boy, but I am shouting him out because he is a very consistent player. He has been doing well. Hasn't won to the level I think he can, but he's getting there. So, shout out to Vince. He is our Ace Trainer number 2. Ace Trainer number 3, Henry Thompson.
Henry's not bad.
He's not, actually. He's sitting at 7th place, 24 points. Only 3 points out of, first place contention. But he's been doing really well, playing at Fire and Ice mostly. With all of the other seniors and juniors. They have a really big seniors and juniors community over there.
Yeah, there's another Henry that keeps beating him.
Yeah, it's funny, actually.
Which is hilarious. Good job, Hank.
But Henry is also a great player. He's been doing really well when it comes to regionals, cups, and all of that, on top of doing well in SPL. So, really glad to see you here, bud. Not going to put you at an expert, though. Next off, we got Luke Brandow. Now, I gave Luke a lot of flack last week, but we didn't have the right points last week. So, I want to be the first to apologize and tell you I was wrong.
I'm not.
Dylan is still the better brother, but
Scott's the best Brandow.
Scott is the best Brandow. He's a great dad. But Luke is actually killing it.
Luke is having a good season.
Luke is having a really good season, actually. I think this is kind of consistent with what he did last season.
He
as
did.
well.
Yeah, he made the playoffs. He wound up doing really well.
Yeah.
I think he lost to Tyler,
Yes.
right, in the end. But yeah, either way, really good.
You know, Luke, you're killing it out there. You and your brother are both doing very well. I'm proud of the both of you. Keep it going. Keep it going. And last on this list for Ace trainers, Ant. I don't know if he saw this coming. So, but Ant actually showed up to a locals. He stayed, and he won the tournament. Again, I'm very proud of him. If I can get this consistently from him, I think he can go far. But it's just a matter of consistency, is my question. You have anything to say to that?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, that's all I had. All right. Expert trainers. These are the trainers you got to beat to get to the gym leaders. I'm just saying. These are top tier talented trainers in my eyes. Mike Moreno. I know you're sitting over here at 18th place with your 13 low points. I know you're just chilling because the 2 worst weeks fall off. However, I need you to show up to a dang locals, my guy. You got me looking bad out here. I'm praising you and you're not doing nothing. You're down here at the bottom of the barrel. I need more from you, my guy. I need more. You went from points champ, cup champ to fall off. I can't have that. I'm putting money on you, Mike. I'm putting money on you. I need you to show up and show out. Next, Terry. I'm gonna give the man the respect he deserves. He demanded it the other night. First, he went undefeated with Tina. Then this week, his only loss was the eventual winner, which is Ant. But he's played a great game consistently throughout the seasons. Terry, you are a bright trainer. You are an excellent trainer. You deserve your flowers right here and now, my guy. Terry, you're an expert trainer in my eyes. Next, we have Audrey. Audrey finally came back from Japan. And then went 201 Sunday at USG.
Yep.
Beat me out of first place. I'm really upset because I really wanted it, but also deserved it. Played Roaring Moon.
Yep.
Which was a great call, seeing as how some people decided to play, Snorlax to the tournament. But that's neither here nor there. Like Ant said, always makes great calls, is very observant of the meta, is a really good player, and just picks really strong decks as well. So Audrey in my eyes is an expert player. I'm not wrong. Next, Dylan Brando. Now, Dylan, I'm not gonna put you as a gym leader. You lost. You have 1 loss on your record, and that kind of just brings you down in my eyes. But Dylan, like you said, he's one of the younger players, but he is an expert out of all of the younger players that are in this field. We only have 2 seniors and a junior in league right now, being Isaac, Henry,
Eli.
Yeah. So aside from them, he is the youngest of the masters with us. Oh, I forget, Luke is also a master now.
Yeah, Luke's a master.
So he's one of the younger ones, but he plays just like he's been playing the game forever, on par with the rest of us. So in my eyes, Dylan is an expert trainer. Will he be able to stay at the top tables or the top of points? Will he win the whole thing? I do not know, but I know he is consistent. He plays very well. He thinks out his plays. He is smart. He's quick. I like the kid. So, Dylan, you are an expert trainer. And then the last person on my expert trainer list is Francis Batista, actually.
Yeah, expert of jank.
But that's the thing. He is at least an expert.
No.
Now, Francis Batista plays very off-the-wall decks. He played Greeton this week. Greeton, Iron Valiant. Something I will question until the end of time. However, Francis does play very well. I can't knock him for that. He's sitting at, where is he right now? 10th place, 21 points. And he's earned all of these points playing not meta decks. And he's consistent for doing this. He played not meta decks all last season and the season before. So, just someone who has been an expert of playing off the wall decks. I gotta give him credit for that.
Fair enough.
All right, now I got my gym leaders. Gym leaders, cream of the crop trainers to me. Cream of the crop. First off, I've been saying this time and time again, Will Hildebrandt, cream of the crop trainer. He mopped the floor with me playing Chimpow on Monday, and it was not a fun loss, but he's still a great player. He's been a great player for years. Glad to see him join us this season, and Will is the water gym leader in my eyes. I wouldn't say like Misty, I would say more like Crasher Wake, where, you know, he's big, he's buff, he's semi-intimidating when you go against him.
Fair enough.
But you get a good laugh at the end. Yeah. Next, David Gervin. David, today I'm going to give you your flowers. You are Claire in my eyes. You are a real dragon trainer. The way you have been playing Giratina this season, my hats, if I had one, would be off to you right now, my guy. David has been playing expertly with Giratina. He asked me to coach him one time, and I asked him for advice. So that just says that just shows the level of play he's been displaying recently.
I like it.
So David, you're my dragon gym leader. You're my Claire this week. Next up, you guys knew this was coming. Isaac, I can't name a gym leader you remind me of. Probably Bugsy, because he's small, kind of annoying, but he's not annoying.
Isaac is cool, dude.
No. He's small, kind of annoying, but he's got a lot of fight in him.
I like Isaac.
Isaac, I said from day one that you would be doing well if you joined the league, and here you are, sitting at 5th place, above most of the other people that I thought would be above you. So that's just a testament to your skill, the amount of time you've put into the game, your understanding of the game, and I'm really proud of you, my guy. So Isaac is one of my gym leaders for this week. Next, I have Carlo.
That's a good one.
Carlo is kind of my Whitney for this season. Just because it's so annoying to play this guy.
It is.
He's still playing Guardy. Which, if y'all don't know, that deck goes to time a lot. I watched this man win a 45-minute game 1 on Monday. And then went to game 2, and they went to time, and I'm just like, what do you even do against that? And this is not saying that Carlo plays slow, it's just that he plays Guardy. But he is a mountain to go against. Like, if you feared playing against Whitney's Miltank growing up, you would understand what it's like playing Carlo de Castro. That's how it feels every time I go against this man. The rollout, oh my god. The milk drink after, just... And then last but not least, I'm saying this now in my anticipation for his return, is Corey. Because I gave Corey a lot of shit for not putting anything, not being here, not putting up any numbers, but he returns this week. So, in my anticipation, Corey is a gym leader. He's gonna be like the electric gym leader to me. Who is that? Volkner, the guy with the spiky hair.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a Cynthia, but that's cool.
You think he's a Cynthia? No. We're not talking about Elite Four members. Let's call him.
Corey is good.
Corey's good, but is he great?
The only reason why I beat him is I cheated him by playing Weezing against his Lugia deck.
Hey,
if not, he would have done really well.
Hey, look, I have a winning record against Corey because I've only played Corey in tournament once, so I can get away with
technically
this.
I do too, but it's not something I'm proud of. All right, so that's your list. Okay, so I'll say this:
You gonna tell me where I'm wrong?
I'm finally, yeah, of course. I'm finally happy that you gave David his flowers because the man deserves it. Once again, 10-0, started the season off incredible, doing really well, much deserved. Happy you finally recognized Corey because he's coming back and he's going to be coming back with a vengeance. And Corey is no one to underestimate. He's going to come in, he's going to put in work, and he's going to make a lot of people mad because he's just a good player. Not putting Mike as a gym leader. I respect that. I'm finally happy you're recognizing that he is a mere mortal. And
I can't stand you.
I think that's something that
I almost did just
that should be recognized.
Too.
I think the only thing that I would probably disagree with is I feel like Cody should probably be up in experts or gym leader at this point, primarily because you have David up there, you have Will up there. I understand the reason why Dylan is a little bit one spot lower, but Cody is playing Tina really, really well. So that would be my one thing where I would want to bump him up. If I had to move somebody, if I had to move somebody down to get him up there, either Francis Batista or Vince. That's just my call. I think Vince is an incredible player. I think Francis is very, very creative. I just feel like what Cody's been able to accomplish so far this season warrants him being up towards the top, either in experts, at least at the most bottom would be ace trainers, but experts somewhere around there. That's my 2 cents. That's how I feel. I think that's the right call.
Now I have a reason for why I didn't do that, though. You want to know what my reason was?
Go on.
I just needed another name for the tier. So I put him there.
Terrible. Terrible. Coming up next, it's T's Weekly Medals on SPL Live. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to catch up to Mr. Beast. It's medals time. T, take it away.
All right, so bronze medal for this week actually goes to both of the Brandows. Both Luke and Dylan are doing exceptionally well this season. Dylan at second, Luke at sixth. So they're only like a few points shy of each other. And they're still gunning for the top spot in this league. They're both making very good names for themselves with their level of play. So I think they both deserve the bronze medal for this week. I couldn't just give it to one of them. Silver medal. My silver medal is going to Audrey. Audrey, once again, is an expert class player in my eyes. And just getting to see them play Roaring Moon at a good level, at a high level, was nice, especially seeing them play the stall matchup with it, where usually, if I remember correctly, Roaring Moon doesn't generally have the best stall matchup if the game goes long. So I could be wrong. Somebody can show me the statistics later. But I still want to shout out Audrey. Audrey is getting my silver medal for this week. And then last but not least, gold medal obviously is David Gervin. Gold medal because he is 10-0. He is at the top spot of this league currently, sitting at number 1. I want to see him stay there, hopefully. I am proud of your consistency. I am glad to see the work that you were putting in paid off, and you deserve it, honestly.
Woo! Fireworks, about time. All right, so to wrap up the show, league fees were due before the end of last week. From this point forward, if you haven't paid, reached out to us, or gotten back in any way, shape, or form, you're officially dropped from the league this season. Sorry, but it is the way it is. But to the trainers that are remaining, that are staying with us, get ready for a roller coaster of emotions for the remainder of this season. It's going to be fun.
Wow, Ant wins every other raffle that we have.
Oh God, don't say that. I feel bad, but it was automatically generated from the raffle generator. It wasn't my fault. But for now, the show is done for the day. We'll catch you guys all next week. But until then, see you at locals.
Deuces.
Peace.